Well, this Saturday is the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year in terms of sunlight. And although we love our vitamin D, especially here in Seattle, some of these longer days can make it a lot more difficult to get a good night's sleep. And Dr. Jamey Wallace is here. He's the Chief Medical Officer at Bastyr Center for Natural Health in Wallingford. You've got some advice for us. And other than our producer, Jared, who says he does get 8.5 hours of sleep every night, most of us are not getting that much. Why not on some of these longer sunny days?
Well, it's more of a year-round problem, but the big factors are stress, often from work, and another very big one is there's too much to do. And I think that's the one that really plays a big role in the summer, long hours of summertime, because we're always trying to catch up with all those things. We're outdoors later, and then we have to do all that extra catch-up when we get home,
right.
pushing out the bedtime. And then the other factor is stimulation, all kinds of things that keep us awake and keep our minds working too hard.
Yeah. How much is the right amount of sleep?
That's a great question, and it depends is the short answer. Generally, somewhere in the 7 to 8 hours is about right, but it's different for every person. Some need up to 9. Some people can get by with a little less than 7.
Judge how you feel the following day.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the signs to look for then in a day that you might not be getting enough sleep the night before?
Well, the classic one is that you feel tired. Okay. If it's really bad, you might start falling asleep pretty regularly. But generally, if you're waking up and you're feeling rested, if you woke up before your alarm clock went off, if you're not having trouble falling asleep at night, those are all good signs that you're getting enough.
What are some of the dangers? We always hear about health risks. Of course, you know, there are a lot of car accidents attributed to drowsy drivers. What are some of the concerns when you aren't getting that restful night's sleep?
Well, there are lots, and there's some long-term ones for things like diabetes and cardiovascular disease, and there's some short-term ones like memory and retention. The driving is a really good example. It turns out that they did some studying of that and found that people behaved as if they were drunk when they were sleep deprived and put in a car. So there's an immediate danger there, obviously. But the biggest thing really is rest and repair. And when we sleep, our body, particularly our brain, are doing all kinds of metabolic activities. And that's where we really learn the things that we learn during the day, memory, learning patterns, problem solving, those things, as well as all the repair of oxidative damage and many, many different things. So it's really, really crucial.
Yeah, just like when you work out, you need to let your muscles rest.
That's
what
a great analogy.
Sleep is for your brain.
Exactly.
So give us some advice to get a good night's sleep. I always hear routine and also keep the TV out of the bedroom. Can you elaborate on the importance of those?
Those are great places to start. You know, there are many, many strategies, and I think the schedule or the routine is the most important one. And really a simple thing that I talk to patients about is most people know when they need to get up. And once you figure out how much sleep you need, 7, 8 hours, and you know when you need to get up, you just count backwards and you figure out what time you need to go to bed. And then you stick to it, and that's the tricky part. The other thing is your bedroom is for sleeping, not for entertaining, for TV watching, all those other kinds of things. So it's best to keep the TV out of the bedroom. People benefit from quiet, from fresh air, so ventilation's important. We have eye masks that can be very, very helpful. Blackout curtains are useful. Avoiding stimulants like caffeine and alcohol and sugar. There's a lot of dietary things that can be very helpful. So many, many different things. Okay. And it's really important to have all those lined up.
Yeah, find out what works for you, especially in the months to come when we have so much daylight. Maybe invest in some of those blackout shades.
Absolutely.
Dr. Jamey Wallace, good to see you. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Back to you.